YouTube, what's poppin'? Listen, it's your boy JB, and if y'all stuck around, been rolling with me this long, I appreciate y'all, man. Here we go, final little part to our TC Low versus MBNel. Small little docu-series, mini-series we got going on here, bruh. It's crazy, man. So basically, let me catch everybody up to speed, man. From my understanding, both these individuals are from Stockton, man. They grew up as friends, bro. They grew up as friends. You know, as they got a little older, one person had to decide, hey, I'm going this way with my peoples, and another person was like, hey, I have to stay right here where I grew up at my whole life. And they rubbed each other the wrong way. Long story short, TC rapped about shooting at Nel's car 22 times, and now bro's behind bars, man. Let's see if we can get a little more detail, a little more context to everything, man. Shouts out Warren Cali. Here we go.
Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I will detail the story of Stockton rapper TC Low. TC Low is of Filipino descent. By the 1930s,
bro, why they keep? Listen, and I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure TC Low is Cambodian, only because the video I saw, he had Khmer tatted on his arm. So I'm pretty sure that's Cambodian. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm right, down below in the comment section.
TC Low. TC Low is of Filipino descent. By the 1930s, Filipinos were attracted to the agriculture jobs in California's Central Valley. Many young Filipino men made Stockton their home, but this was a hard decision. It was a lot of racism and discrimination against them.
Still look like that right there
into the mid-1960s, keeping these mostly young men from pursuing the American dream of having a U.S. education, a family, and a higher status, even barring them from crossing Main Street into what was then exclusively white neighborhood of the city of Stockton. During World War II, the American public opinion about Filipinos changed when Filipinos both in the Philippines and in the USA fought fiercely and bravely alongside Americans. In response, these Filipino-American pioneers built their own community, known as Stockton Little Manila. Afterwards, laws were changed, and many Filipinos were able to marry and bring their brides to the USA. They started families and started producing a generation of Filipino Americans. By 1946, Stockton Little Manila was home to the largest Filipino community in the USA. The same would later come with other Asian-based communities like Cambodians. Stockton had a flood of Cambodians come in the 70s and 80s. The majority of Cambodians that immigrated to the United States in the late 1970s and the early 1980s were refugees of the 1975 to 1979 Cambodian genocide that is more commonly known as the Killing Fields. The Killing Fields were a number of sites in Cambodia where collectively an estimated 2 to 3 million people died.
Damn.
Most of the Asian rappers from Stockton have ancestors who come from these types of family situations.
That's facts.
And TC...
Hey, okay, I want y'all to take that into context. Just put that into y'all thought process, bro. We had the first big wave of Filipinos come over here into America. We had the first big wave of Cambodians come over here into America. Right here in Stockton, California, man. I got so much family that's... both of these. I got family in both of these little Cambodians and Filipinos, bruh. Both of them lands. Like, for reals. Man, Stockton is a beautiful place, bruh. It's a beautiful place. The diversity is beautiful.
Most family life will be no different coming up on the south side of Stockton. And as you know by now, if you watch my previous episodes or are familiar with Stockton, you would know it's one of the most dangerous cities in all of California, with high poverty and high crime rates. So jumping in the streets is an easy transition for any kid growing up in Stockton. South Stockton had various gangs around the area, many blood and Crip sets. You probably know Southeast Stockton from rappers like Young SLO-Be, EBK Young Jock, and EBK J-Bo. And South Stockton for rappers like Bands and MBNel. MBNel and TC Low would come up together, being close since an early age, growing up in the same area, being the same race, and running in the same crowds. They both also affiliated themselves with the Crips. Another common theme between the two was rap. Music would eventually be the career path that both MBNel and TC Low would pursue. MBNel affiliated himself with a crew called the Muddy Boys and took the abbreviated name, MB, and also Nel for his first name, Jonel. And TC Low would take the name TC, which meant for too crucial. By 2016, MBNel started to officially try his hand at his rap career. By 2017, you would see several songs and videos of Nel all over YouTube, which started to gain him a local buzz in the city. But TC Low himself was still fully involved in the streets, and he wasn't taking rap serious. And his Crip affiliation would keep him in jail and also in street beef, and it would be evident when TC Low and MBNel will be involved in a fight. Old videos will later surface of TC Low and MBNel having a mall fight against another rapper named EBK Trey B. Both will later tell his sides on platforms like Star Quality and No Jumper.
I'm curious, what happened at the mall?
Some kid shit, we was at the mall, and they're older, but he was like, I don't know, he was probably like 17, 18 at this time. It was like 14 and 15. We just sitting there, I got a red bandana on it. But he was TC Low, like TC Low just kept looking at me like, and they kept walking back and forth. I'm out the foot. And I tell him like, what's up, blood? TC Low turn around, he like, the fuck Bloods, nigga, it's Crip. Hella loud, like in the middle of the mall. So we just got on that. We finna beat the fuck out of
Yeah, fight at the mall back in the day.
Oh yeah.
What was exactly going on in that? And is that the type of stuff that I could expect to encounter if I were to go to Stockton?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll counter that if you
Hey, okay, let me answer this right quick. And Nel is going in the right place. You will encounter that if that's what you're looking for. That's what I'm about to say. All right, you will encounter that if that is what you're looking for. In Stockton, you got a lot of people that will match your energy, bro. They will match your energy, and they will push that mug to the limit. And they're gonna see if you really about it or not. I'm just being honest.
like if you somebody who's a part of you shit, like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Or if you affiliated with certain things. But that was just on some, you feel me, fluky shit.
Right.
Like folks just started gangbanging on each other, words exchanged, that was it.
Right. Is that the kind of situation that you're avoiding entirely these days, like in terms of going in the mall and just getting into a brawl? Or is it still a possibility?
It's still a possibility.
Right.
But you feel me?
But what's
Don't worry about it.
what's that like though, like to be so far into your career and to still have people like feel like that's their sort of ace up their sleeve when they get into a beef with you or whatever, to be like, oh, check out this video from, because it's like a long ass time ago, right?
It was like, so I was like a senior in high school or some shit. I don't even like a junior. I don't even remember, to be honest, but that was a long ass time ago.
Right.
MBNel
That's
already
crazy.
had a buzz by 2018, and TC Low began to drop his own host of videos and songs on various platforms. MBNel already had dropped his first album by 2018, and by the end of 2019, he would have released 6 albums. TC Low's first album will come by 2019.
Bro, I never knew that. Y'all gotta understand, I'm just this year 2025 really getting on to MBNel, bro. Like, seriously. Bro, 6 albums? What'd he say? By 2019? That's crazy. That's work.
MBNel already had dropped his first album by 2018, and by the end of 2019, he will have released 6 albums.
That's work.
TC Low's first album will come by 2019, which he released the album.
I'm gonna rewind it again. Hard work pays off, everybody. Hard work pays off. You just keep working hard, bro. Keep your head down and just keep working hard, bro. It pays off.
MBNel already had dropped his first album by 2018, and by the end of 2019, he will have released 6 albums. TC Low's first album will come by 2019, which he released the album called Problems, which had lead singles like How You Know on the album. By 2020, by his own words, is when TC Low began to take rap serious.
I wasn't really taking this shit seriously until probably a couple weeks ago. I feel like, you feel me? Me personally, I feel like I've been taking it personal, like taking it more serious. Cases, family problems, you feel me?
Life.
Stockton.
Yeah.
Trying to make money, you feel me? Like I said with the cases, can't make money, can't get a job, you feel me? This shit's hella shit.
Yeah.
TC Low will release an album called My Life, My Struggle by March of 2020, which featured other rappers like Mozzie and E-Mozzie. He dropped several videos to the album. By 2020 is when TC made several decisions that would cost him his freedom. Behind the scenes, an inner circle beef was brewing between TC and MBNel.
Damn.
Over time, both stopped affiliating with each other, and TC started claiming affiliation to a North Stockton Crip set instead of his original roots in South Stockton. On February 2nd, 2020, MBNel was coming home from the Bay after a photo shoot.
Hey, y'all let me know what set was he claiming up north?
Or a show. He arrived at his home around 4 a.m. in a black Honda. In surveillance video, the black Honda drives down the street and turns around in a cul-de-sac and parks in a driveway on the south side of the street, out of the view of the surveillance video. Within 8 seconds, a tan minivan driven by TC Low circles the cul-de-sac. He stops in front of the black Honda and approximately fired 22 shots on the driver's side of the black Honda. The Honda was shot 17 times, but MBNel was not injured. TC Low missed every single shot.
I want to see the video.
17 times, but MBNel was not injured.
I want to see.
TC Low missed every single shot. MBNel would later talk about this shooting on Vlad TV.
Well, I guess there was a situation where you got shot at 21 times.
Yeah.
When was this?
It was after. I think it was after a show. I don't remember. It was after. I think I had a show, and I came back from the show. At like 4 a.m. to my mom's crib. I'm pulling in, and I always be on tip when you feel me, because all the shit that's going on. So I see a van pull in. I flip it, so I'm not facing on the street. I flip it and park it so that way my back of the car is facing it. Cause I already seen it coming. Like I had a gut in my feeling already. The van stopped, and then he just started clapping at the car. I'm inside the car. The dude was just duck, so I'm ducking, and then dude shoot 22 times. They all hit the car against me one time.
22 shots.
Yeah.
And you didn't get hit one time?
One time while I was in the car.
So the whole car was just Swiss cheesed up?
Swiss cheesed up. From front, back.
I'm not going to ask any names or anything else like that, but you feel you know who did it? Kind of, sort of?
Kind of, sort of, but...
Okay.
But...
How angry did that make you?
Bruh, 22 times, my guy. God watching over you, man. Not touched at all is crazy. Not touched at all is crazy. Not even glass. You know what I mean? Think about that, y'all. Like that's crazy.
Front, back.
I'm not gonna ask any names or anything else like that, but you feel you know who did it? Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, but
okay.
But
how angry did that make you? You know, because this was in front of your mother's house.
Yeah, right in front of my mom's house.
So they could have just turned around and started shooting up your mother's house as well.
Yeah.
So if that's in front of your mother's house, then they must know where your mother lives and that type of shit situation. If they're basically following you home, or to your mother's house.
Hey, low key, it was like a moment of realization. Even though he know who it is, but that was like a moment of realization for Nell when Vlad was saying that fucking police ass Vlad.
They could have just turned around and started shooting up your mother's house as well.
Yeah.
So if that's in front of your mother's house,
the
they
realization,
know where your mother lives and that type of shit situation. If they're basically following you home, or to your mother.
So with that said, they could have just went after your parents. They went after who they went after, you know. And I'm not justifying it, but he moved. He wasn't reckless. He did kind of what he went out there to do.
His house.
Again, I'm not here to promote no types of violence, bruh.
But this wouldn't be it, and this wouldn't be TC Low last crime. On April 19th, 2020, TC Low, along with two women, Amanda and Larissa, set up a plan to kill a female for undisclosed reasons, which they stalked her home. He had no idea her home or that she was being watched. TC Low and Amanda and Larissa were waiting around the corner from her house in two vehicles. They chased the female victim down in a high-speed chase all around Stockton while attempting to run the victim off the road. They were able to box the victim's car in, and TC's passenger fired multiple shots at the victim's car. The victim was shot in her leg, and another passenger in her car was narrowly missed by being shot in the chest. On October 15th, 2020, The Stockton Police Department announced the results of Operation Kryptonite, a joint operation between the Stockton Police Department, the Gang Violence Suppression Unit, the California Department of Justice, the California Highway Patrol Special Operations Unit, in conjunction with the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office. This began in June of 2020, targeting criminal activities of street gangs in the city of Stockton. Operation Kryptonite came about because of an increase in violent crime involving documented members of criminal street gangs in the city of Stockton between 2018 and 2020. Agents, investigators, and officers wrote 55 search warrants, arrested 34 suspects related to various criminal violations. They recovered 38 firearms, seized approximately $40,000 in cash. They also confiscated several pounds of meth, cocaine, ecstasy, and also weed. A long list of Crips affiliated with South Stockton were a part of this indictment, including rapper bands who I covered before. And TC both shootings committed in 2020 will be traced back to him, and also his co-defendants on the second shooting. Amanda and Larissa and TC were all arrested. Behind bars, TC would start to throw dirt on MBNel's name, saying he was snitching on him. It began to be rumors that MBNel's family members told police what happened that night when MBNel's car got shot up. TC would then post some of the transcript from his case. On January 7, 2021, Larissa was sentenced to 10 months in county jail as an accessory to a felony after the fact.
10 months, bitch? Which one of y'all shot?
April 5th, 2021, Amanda was sentenced to 5 years state prison time for attempted murder. Damn. On June 17th, 2021, TC was later sentenced to 15 years in state prison for attempted murder. By 2022, TC began to appear on Instagram from his jail cell, going on live and releasing music like albums like Letter Home in 2022 and Choose to Forget in 2023. In his album, TC dissed MBNel a lot, even mentioning several times how he wanted to kill him. TC would even take it as far as going on live and having IG rants about MBNel.
Search up on my old Twitter. Asian boy this, Asian boy that. Nigga, my whole family from Asian boys. Yeah. And nigga, they just claiming Southside on my mama. Nigga, I was claiming Southside. You know why? Because we was trying to take over the AG shit. Gang member trying to be a rapper. I'm really mad at me here because, okay, that case could have got dropped, but I ain't gonna lie, all the little other cases, because I got 3-4 cases. That case got dropped and I would have got less time. It's cool. I would have sat down for a cool look. 15 years, fool. I had to do 85% is 11 years, fool. I already did 4. I got 6 left. That's 10. I got a year knocked off from doing college. You could have helped me. You could have been a real nigga to do that, Neil. But you didn't. You wanted to be a bitch. You wanted to be that gangster nigga that wanted you black. You lucky I ain't kill you. I ain't even gonna lie. You're lucky I did not kill you. Lucky I was high that day with the homie in the car. I already did too much. Ain't no fixing that. So nigga, when I come home, Cuddy, it's gonna be 1 or 2 things, bro. My music's finna go back up, or I'm finna come back to prison for life. So I smoked your stupid ass.
TC at this point was releasing an album Behind Bars.
Bro, when you back there behind them walls and you ain't got nothing else to do, your mind goes in circles. You go in these circles of grief, right? You go in these circles of blame. It was my fault. It was his fault. It was this fault. I should have did. You drive yourself crazy, man. I feel him, bro. End of the day, he knows, and I heard it when he was talking just now. He knows he messed up. You out there trying to kill people and stuff, bro. Like, you know you can't live life like that, bro, and not somebody try to hold you accountable, man. So like, when you do get out, bro, and I hope it's sooner than that, because you got some talent, bro. You got some talent. Be smart, man. Music's gonna go back up. You just gotta stay consistent on that. Stay consistent on that. We got about a minute left, y'all. Let's finish this stuff.
And freestyles. And he even dissed MBNel in a song called Ride Through They Sad.
Change the turn when it's cloudy, damn, and it start to rain. 22 shots, and you ain't get hit. That's just God saying you ain't got no room to listen.
MBNel would then diss rappers from Nightingale, like SLO-Be and Jock, and even TC in an unreleased song.
Jock ain't from the Yale, she crib bang in the north. SLO-Be from San Diego, Maple and 44th. Lowers for the south, set hopping, really a dork. Keep dissing on the game, we catching another course.
But as of now, TC has been quiet and rarely heard from. TC is now 24, and his earliest parole date is in 2030. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like,
Hey, shouts out Warren Cali, bro. Look, TC got 5 more years. I'm gonna be honest. It's possible to keep the momentum, especially when you're dropping albums. I mean, you just dropped the album in 2023. You drop one in 2024. I'm sorry, if you drop another one anytime soon, bro, 5 years is nothing. They waited for that Kendrick album 5 years. So like, keep your head up, bro. Keep your head up, man. And if and when you get out, you gotta make some better decisions for sure. You're a very talented young man.
Over time, both stop.
The spotlight is definitely meant for you. It's meant for you, bro. So, there we have it. I think I have gotten to the bottom of it. I think I got to the bottom of it. Yes, we have these, which I appreciate. Warren Cali. I appreciate. You know, the people who we got the information from, but I think I know the real reason, bro. The real reason. And it's just a sad reality of I made a choice. I made a choice because of who I'm born. I am, and I am a gangster. So I'm gonna be a gangster for the people who I'm born with. That's why I need to know what Northside Gangsta Crip or what Northside Crip say he was with, so I could actually like pinpoint it and tell y'all, because yeah, that's wild, man. That's wild, man. That's wild, man. This dude has so much talent. He's talented, man. Shouts out to him. We're gonna be hearing more from him, I'm sure, man. I'm gonna look up some more of his songs. We're gonna do some reaction to some of his songs too, man. So shouts out TC Low, man. Shouts out Nell. Crazy story, man. Crazy story. Friendship turn rivals for reals. And until next time, y'all, it's been real. It's your boy JB. I appreciate y'all, especially if you stuck around this long. And until next time, man. Peace.